Hi, my name is Bianca. I am the fitness supervisor at the Betty Allard YMCA. Today I'm going to do a video, one of 3 series of certain exercises and stretches you can do if you sit at a desk for quite some time during the day at work. Today we're going to focus on legs. So if you're sitting at your desk and you need a little breather, you can stand on up just to warm up a little bit and just march it out, just to warm up those legs a little bit. Sometimes we don't get to get away from our desk, but we still want to work out too, and you only get an hour, maybe sometimes 30 minutes, so you can do it at your own desk without even leaving. So we're going to start with, especially if you have any knee issues, easier squat to strengthen those legs. It'll help strengthen those knees as well. So it's just a seat to stand squat, sit to stand, sorry. And we're going to be strengthening our quads, our hamstrings, our glutes, and sometimes even the lower back will get targeted a little bit, especially if we squeeze through the bum. So you'll want to position your feet so they're about hip width apart, sometimes shoulder width, depending what's most uncomfortable. And then you're going to make sure your heels are underneath your knees, and you're just going to come to a nice stand, and then you're going to sit right back down. Usually we would do a squat without a chair, but this is really good for beginners as well. And then you want to incorporate breathing with that. Exhale when you come on up, and inhale when you come down. Now, if you have a chair like this, it's a benefit. If you have one with wheels, make sure it's locked. Or you can also go up against the wall so that the chair doesn't come out from under you. The last thing you want to do is stand on up and sit down and fall on your butt. All right, so you'd want to do anywhere from 12 to 15, depending what type of workout you want. And I usually like to do at least 3 sets, so depending how much time. If you don't have a lot of time, even 2 sets, it's something. So after that, you can also do a wall squat if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more. So you just find a wall, if you have a wall in your office, come up against it, bring your feet out, about hip width apart, and you want your feet to be so that when you come down, your knees are above the ankles, all right? And you only go down to 90 degrees, the lowest. And then you hold it as long as you can. Weight in the heels, wiggle out your toes, nice strong core, shoulders are back and down, and just breathe. And then once you start to feel a little fatigue, then you just slowly push yourself up and take a little breather and shake it out. You'd want to do that about 2 to 3 times, depending how much time you have as well. And then sometimes, if you want to get those hips, because as we get older, our hips can get weaker, and we do need them to be strong because we walk all the time. If you have a lovely little band like this, easy to put in your desk drawer, you can use this to strengthen through your hips and outer thighs. This is actually one of my favorites. You could even use this if you're squatting as well, like coming from a seated position to a standing position. You just bring your legs wide where you have tension. And you can do the same thing that you did earlier, up and down. All right, for this one, you'll want to come to the edge of your seat, focusing on your hips. And what you want to do is you can walk your feet out as far as you can, hold onto your chair, and then walk it back in, nice and easy, nice and slow. Or you can have your heels under your knees and just open through your thighs and slowly come back down. The slower you go and hold, the harder it will be. You would definitely want a band. You won't feel too much if you do it without a band. And just simple. I would do probably about 20 of these because it is an easier exercise. And in order to feel it, you'd want to do a bit more. The key is to do as many as you can to where you are struggling to do the last couple, and then do 2 more. You always want to push yourself past that comfort zone. All right, so those are a couple exercises. Another one you can do to strengthen your quads, besides just squatting, is just sitting on your chair, hang on nice and tall, and just lift your leg like you're doing an extension, nice and easy. Hold it, and then slowly come back down. But when you do it, you want to flex. You want to avoid locking your knee, always keep it soft, and then slowly come back down. Do about anywhere from 12 to 15 on one side, and then the other side. Nice and easy. This will help strengthen through your knees as well when you have all the muscles around your knees nice and strong. All right, next, last but not least, we're gonna focus on some calves. Gotta balance it out. So slowly come on up. You can come behind the chair, hang on to it for support. You don't need it. And all you do is just come onto the balls of your feet, keeping your knees soft, and then slowly come back down. And as you come up, flexing through those calves, exhale up and inhale down. And these I would probably do up to 20 as well. If you have dumbbells in your drawers, great, you can grab those too and hold on to them. And just exhale up, hold, and inhale down. If you want to intensify, come on the balls of your feet and pulse, little pulses, and slowly come down. Well, those are a few exercises for your legs. Now I'm going to show you some stretches. Since you're standing, just go right into a nice calf stretch. So bring one leg behind you, make sure you have some room behind you, and just press your heel down, hips forward, lengthening that back leg. I'll just show you a little side view so you can see. Leg back, hip forward, and just hold. You want to feel a nice pull through your heel, your Achilles, and your calf. And you want to hold stretches for about 15 to 30 seconds. If you're really, really tight, then I would hold it a bit longer. Never hurts to hold a stretch a bit longer. Make sure to do both sides. You got to think we're on our feet all day too when we're out of work. And also if you have a job where you're on your feet all the time, it's very important to stretch out those calves. All right, and then since you're here, you can stretch out your quads, holding onto your ankle, knees together and hips forward. Now with this one, sometimes people may struggle to hold onto your foot. There you can always put your foot on your chair. Bring it behind you, knees together and hips forward. You could even use your desk to help for support, for balance, but we also lose balance as we get older too, so you might want to try and balance. Focus on one spot to help, and make sure you do it on both sides. Another stretch you can do for your quads, pivoting your body on a chair, bringing your leg behind you, dropping your knee, and just hips forward. You could even bring your leg all the way back to target hip flexors as well. Get a nice stretch through the hip flexors. And hold 15 to 30 seconds. And then that is it for your lower body. Thank you. I'll see you next video.